us, and then we will discuss sort of what your choices were, what motivated for, and then Chris will kind of lead us some discussion in working through those choices, and we'll go from there. So that will be largely the structure of the evening. So Chris, please thrill us with your brilliant wisdom, and thank you everyone again for coming.
Thank you guys so much. And if you're looking for brilliant wisdom, you're in the wrong place. I'm so thrilled to be here, and I told him to save the accolades because there really are none. I'm an actor who loves talking about acting with other actors, and I think we can have a lot of fun. Now, script analysis. This is script analysis ... for the actor, because script analysis can be like for a director, which is a completely different animal, because they like to get into things like themes and focus and lights and sets and all that kind of stuff. They need to comb a script for things that lead them to that, because they're the ones who are actually telling the story, right? But for the actor, script analysis allows us to be selfish and self-centered as God intended. And because what we're doing less than telling the story. We're actually are the story. So for us to look at a script, it's really about picking what are the things that we want? What are the things that we're going for? Where are we? Who are we talking to? What do we say? Why do we say these things? That is like kind of the initial read of a script. When I get a script, what I love to do initially, first, like I'm hired, here you go. Or even before I'm hired, you're going to the audition, read the script. What do I say? It's always just looking at who am I talking to? What am I saying? And then maybe you get into why do I say that instead of saying something else? You start to make choices before you ever get there, right? That's the thing that's bandied around a lot. You know, people tell you to make a choice. He didn't make a choice. She didn't make a choice. What was that choice all about? What does that mean? Like, what does that mean to you to make a choice? Does anybody have an idea or a comment about what does it mean to make a choice?
I feel like in this context, to make a choice is to make a choice for my interpretation of whatever this person's thinking about in terms of how I'm going to say that, because I made my choice that, like Patrick at the beginning, I'm still deciding. He's a guy that has to make the right choice. So
okay,
I'll read it that way. In other words, it's
how.
I see Christina. I like what Christina wrote. So
for you, it's the choice is how I'm going to do it, or how I'm going to say it, or how I want it to sound.
To commit to my interpretation.
Okay, great. Anybody else?
I forgot to mention this at the start of the evening here, real quick, guys. If you haven't noticed, if you click participants there at the bottom of your window, that will open up a list of people there, and you should see a button that says raise hand, which will be useful for us at a later point. If you'd like to interact today, just go ahead and click that, and that will give Chris a list of who he can call on. You can do the more Socratic method if you're familiar with that. That'll just let us know if people want to participate, or you can just always feel free to throw your thoughts in the group chat as well.
Cool. Let's see. So yeah, the how is very important. If we pull back, like before, there are a number of different things that different people do when they talk about. I've analyzed the script. Now, some people just like to read it over and over again, and let those lines wash over them, and try to get into it that way. They figure if they just immerse themselves in that text, choices will come and ideas will come, and they'll be ready and spry and nimble to go with whatever. That's one way people do things. That's fantastic. Other people like to say they like to be fresh, and they want to allow for the director to inform them of what he or she or they want, so that everybody gets on the same page and everyone is working toward the same thing, and we're all building toward a finished product. Personally, I live in a world where there's about 2.5 weeks from first rehearsal to tech, and then you put it up and you get it out there. There's no time to really kind of wait. What's important is combing the script. For me, it's the why of things. I figure if I can figure out why someone is saying something, the how is a no-brainer. Because if I know why, there are a million different hows. I need to know what it is that I want, why I'm in that room, and why I'm saying what I'm saying. The other point about plays is a writer has very little time to make a point. So if there is someone in a scene, whether they're sitting up left or they're particular to that scene, there's always a reason for them to be there. There's no reason for a writer to waste a body on a stage because there's no time, right? So we need to figure out why we're there, what we're saying, why we're saying it, to whom. And these are the things that we can do before we ever get into rehearsal. And these are the things that will enable us then to make a rehearsal a very rich thing. And you will get more out of those 2.5 weeks if that's all you have, and to get something up and at 'em. I spent a lot of years playing and coaching baseball, and the way to be the best teammate you can be is to do the best job you can at your position, right? Same thing as an actor. The way that you can be the best castmate you can be is to know your show inside and out, so that you're ready when things go right and when things go wrong. So again, pulling back, sorry, I get on tangents. With this particular script, it's kind of on the nose, which makes it kind of fun. There are a number of different choices we can make with this script. And I would love to hear what some of yours were. And if we wouldn't mind, if I could pick 3 people to read like the first 6 pages, can we do that?
Yes.
Hi, Melissa. Do you want to read Patricia?
Oh, geez, sure. Hi.
Hi. Hey, Ron. Would you read The Bartender?
Sure.
Excellent. And I forgot who we had thought about for Patrick.
We will throw Joe Cloward under the bus for that one. That
Joe
would be Cloward.
All right.
Fantastic. Let's read up until they're going to go play the video game.
Okay. Hey, buddy, can I get you something?
Just a sec. I'm still deciding.
All right, just let me know when you're ready. We got Guinness, Shock Top, Blue Moon, and Coors on tap.
Thanks.
2 shots of Captain, please.
You got it.
Thanks, Bud. Mo,
There
sorry.
you go.
Thanks, Bud.
For me?
Do you see anyone else sitting at this bar?
Thank you. Let's stop just a second. Let's start again. That was fantastic. Now I want to ask you, Ron,
Yes,
who's the bartender?
I am.
You, yes, you are. And what kind of day has this guy had?
If it's the evening, I'm going to assume he's been there for probably about, 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
He's got a long night ahead of him too, because he works till closing.
Okay. And does he know any of these people?
No.
Okay. All right. And so you're saying that he's going to be a little gruff.
A little. I mean,
A
not.
little.
I'd say it's more just getting through it as opposed to being upset with anybody. It's just, hey, I put in my hours, and I've got, a good 4 hours in front of me, 5 hours in front of me.
Okay. So what do you want from these people?
What I like them to do is to give me the order. I give them their drinks, and they give me a tip. Now, the other thing that I might be looking for too is a long day, and just supping drinks gets kind of boring. So I do like it if there's somebody who's interesting, has an interesting story, something to break up the monotony of the day. Otherwise, I'm just going to be doing, pulling beers on tap all day long.
Which is more fun? Which of those choices is more fun?
I would say the one who's looking for something interesting to break up the monotony of the day.
Cool. Let's go with that one. And Joe, do you come here often?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it says see. Comes here like a couple times a week.
Right. And are you just coming from work? Is this right after work?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And you know why you're here?
Yeah, we've got a date.
And is that nerve-wracking? Is that distracting? What is that?
Yeah, I think so. I think yeah, he's been excited to meet this girl he's been talking to. So.
Okay. So there's an energy to this guy, right? Whatever it is, it might be a little heightened. It might be a little fidgety. It might be, I don't know. He's an accountant, right? So I don't know what that is for him. I'm married to one of those, but that's a different thing. But so there might be, I don't know. I leave that open to you.
Okay.
But make a choice about his physicality in this moment. He's sitting in a bar stool. They're, they are as comfortable as they're going to be. And and if he comes here, here's the question I have. If he comes here 3-4 times a week, why the hell doesn't he know what he wants to drink? What's going on in his head? Melissa, where'd you go? Where are you? There you are. It's so good to see you. Hi.
Hi.
Now this young lady, what do we know about her right from the outset?
She knows what she wants.
Uh-huh.
She knows what she wants. I think that maybe she's, been on a lot of dates recently and just wants to take the edge off just going in because they might not have been going so well. So she knows what she wants and she wants to take the edge off.
Right. But now she's coming to date tonight, right?
Yes.
Do you know that he's the guy?
I like to think yes, but
Okay.
then there's a direction like at the bottom that says like she's shocked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like when I read it the first time, I read it as her knowing and him not knowing.
And why don't we try, just for grins, that you don't know?
Okay.
And what does it say about her that you don't know, and yet you buy this guy a drink?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it says about her, but she's whatever she is, she's all that.
Yeah.
Right. We don't know what it never says what she does, right? We don't know what her job is. Pick something, whatever you want, but come in knowing what it is you've just come from. And you don't have to tell us, but just know it for yourself. Mm-hmm. And because there's always that kind of, especially in a bar, there's always that wave of, I just came from a thing, you know what I mean? And we're all willing or wanting to tell everybody about our day. You don't. Instead, you attack this guy. Anyway, let's start again, just with all that little stuff in mind. Does that make sense? What just happened there? What we're trying to dial into? I'm trying to kind of whittle it down to a particular choice for a particular moment. It may not end anywhere near that, but let's start there and have a point of view. And then from there we can jump off. Yeah? Okay. Whenever you guys are ready.
Hey, buddy, could I get you anything?
Just a second. I'm still deciding.
All right, just let me know when you're ready. We got Guinness, Shock Top, Blue Moon, and Coors on tap.
Thanks.
2 shots of Captain, please.
You got it. Oh, there you go.
Thanks, bud. Here,
For me?
do you see someone else sitting at this bar?
Well, thank you.
Don't mention it. So what's the deal? You look like a walking stereotype.
What stereotype?
You know, depressed 30-something, sitting alone, moping at the bar.
I'm not moping. I'm perfectly happy.
How often do you come here?
I don't know, a few times a week.
Alone?
Well, yeah.
Barfly.
What?
You're a barfly.
I am not a barfly.
Yes, you are. You don't have anything exciting in your life. You spend your nights alone at the bar, and not even an actual bar. The bar at Sadie's, for Pete's sake.
Keep in mind, you're here too. I have a perfectly happy life, thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Happy. What do you do during the day?
I'm an accountant.
Cubicle job?
Yeah?
Divorced?
How did you know?
No wedding ring.
Okay,
Wait.
fine.
Great. Now, great. For Heather, what if he reminds you of the brother you hate? Yeah.
Okay,
What-
sorry. You said Heather.
Yeah. Melissa, sorry. Heather in my mind. Sorry. Melissa, what if he reminds you of the brother you hate? And just keep going.
Okay.
We don't have, like, this is 12 pages. We don't have time. Just keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
And Joe, why don't you leave?
Well,
You're not here to see her,
right, but I'm here to see somebody, and they don't seem to have come yet.
right? But how big is this bar?
Big enough I could probably move down a couple stools if she was really bugging me.
Right. So why don't you?
I feel like I need to defend myself a little bit. This
Do you?
random person she's attacking me.
Okay.
Telling me I'm depressed, and I'm not.
Okay. And and maybe I don't know. Maybe it's kind of cool that this beautiful woman is attacking you. How often does that happen at work? Well, don't get into that. But like, what is the push-pull there? Right? Like, yeah, I can't. Whatever it is,
Right.
allow it to grab you and pull you.
Right.
Whatever it is. And this is the thing that when you invest in the analysis of it, you go, okay, maybe I can try to leave, and then the next thing she says brings me back. I love the needing to defend yourself, absolutely. So if it's a move to leave and then wait, no, okay, because and again, it can still be a turn on, maybe. I don't know. But there's a tension that happens because I don't know. I'm too old. Like, if somebody came at me, you have a good night. You know what I mean? It's fine. But you don't do that. So something keeps you there. Let's invest in what that might be. Let's just take it back from, for me, on page 2. Do you see anybody else sitting at this bar?
Well, thank you.
Don't mention it. So what's the deal? You look like a walking stereotype.
What stereotype?
Depressed 30-something, sitting alone, moping at a bar.
I am not moping. I am perfectly happy.
How often do you come here?
I don't know, a few times a week.
Alone?
Well, yeah.
Barfly.
What?
You're a barfly.
I am not a barfly.
Yes, you are. You don't have anything exciting in your life, so you spend your nights alone at the bar. And not even an actual bar. The bar at Sadie's, for Pete's sake.
Keep in mind, you're here too. I have a perfectly happy life, thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Happy, what do you do during the day?
I'm an accountant.
Cubicle job?
Yeah.
Divorced?
How did you know?
No wedding ring?
Okay, fine. I'm divorced. Big deal. Tell me, what's so special about you that makes you perfect?
I'm not perfect. I'm just happy, I guess.
Hey, I'm happy too.
You're your own person. Believe what you want.
Well, then I will.
He's not happy.
Same here.
This guy's not happy.
I am too. I'm probably the happiest person alive. Do you see the smile on my face? Well, anyway, I am. I'm as happy as a damn clam, okay?
I never understood that phrase, happy as a clam. What makes a clam so happy? What goes through their minds every day? Do they think about rainbows and sunshine all day? Are they so optimistic that in life that nothing stands in their way? Do they get angry when people mistake them for oysters? Just think, a little clam skipping through the water, minding its own business, when a minnow swims up and yells, "Hey, hey, oyster!" How awful that must feel to be mistaken so often. It's like a personal identity is gone. It isn't there.
That was beautiful.
Thank you, guys. Can we have 3 more people? Who wants to jump in? Yay!
I can read if you want someone to read.
I'd love that.
Yay.
Yay!
I can do it.
Yay!
Happy to jump in too, I guess.
Okay. All right.
Where?
And
Let us go from the
Oh.
the top of 4. Okay, I'm divorced. Big deal. And what do we know so far? Patrick, what do we know has happened to you so far in this scene?
who is playing what?
I don't know. Who else said they would do it?
We got a hand from Barbara, and then I think Heather and Michael Hirsch.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And can I see your note? Let me grab the script link again.
All right.
Steve, I'll get that if you read.
Oh, great.
Hi, Michael. So, Michael, would you read Patrick?
Sure.
And Heather, you will read Patricia?
Okay.
Fantastic. And Barbara said she wanted to do it too?
Still unmute there, Barbara. Are you?
Then
Oh, I can wait. Someone else, they could do bartender.
Okay, Steve, you want to do bartender then?
Yeah, sure.
Right here. Okay. Great. So let's just go from okay, I'm fine, I'm divorced, big deal. Tell me what's so special.
Okay, fine. I'm divorced. Big deal. Tell me, what's so special about you that makes you perfect? Huh?
I'm not perfect. I'm just happy, I guess.
Hey, I'm happy too.
You're your own person. Believe what you want.
Well, then I will.
He's not happy.
Same here.
I
Oh, this guy's not happy.
am too, huh? Yeah, I'm probably the happiest person alive, huh? You see a smile on my face, huh? Well, I am. Anyway, happy as a damn clam.
I never understood that phrase. Happy as a clam? What makes clams so happy? What goes through their minds every day? Do they think about rainbows and sunshine all day? Are they so optimistic in life that nothing stands in their way? Do they get angry when people mistake them for oysters? Just think, a little clam skipping through the water, minding its own business when a minnow swims up and yells, "Hey, hey, oyster." How awful that must feel to be mistaken so often. It's like personal identity is gone. It isn't there.
That was beautiful.
What are you, some kind of philosopher or something?
Nope, I'm just a little quirky.
Great. Let's take it back. And Patricia, you're here for a blind date as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do that often?
Yes.
Do you?
I
Okay.
think so.
All right, great. So then this is just another Thursday for you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What if your brother-in-law put you up to this, and I don't want to say it's the last place you want to be, because
Okay.
that's never fun to play. But I mean, what if you could be anywhere else, you would be?
Okay.
What if that shot was really a little bit of an enabler for you? So where, now we're just a little, maybe you're just letting the nerves go. Maybe. Let's just see what happens. And Michael, if it gets too confrontative, then we lose a push-pull, and we just get this. So there are people around. You come here often, so you might not want to show yourself in a bad light. I don't know if that's a thing, but really try to control it. Really, and see how far you can until it just see.
Okay, that's fine.
And bartender, don't change a thing.
Thank you.
Again, this is, and the on the nose choices are going to work every time, right? The ones that could be may show you something else. Again, you might never get there. You might never want to go there. The director might never want you to go there. But for yourself, coming in, give yourself as cool of a choice as you possibly can. The worst thing that could happen is if somebody says no, and you get to do something else. So allow yourself to have a lot of fun. Cool. All right, let's go from same place. Okay, I'm divorced. Big deal.
Okay, fine. I'm divorced. Yeah, big deal. Tell me what's so special about you that makes you perfect.
I'm not perfect. I'm just happy, I guess.
Hey, I'm happy too.
You're your own person. Believe what you want.
Well, then I will.
He's not happy.
Same here.
That guy, not happy.
I am too. I am probably the happiest person alive, huh? You see the smile on my face? Oh, well, anyway, I am. I'm happy as a clam, damn clam, okay?
I never understood that phrase. Happy as a clam? What makes clams so happy? What goes through their minds every day? Do they think about rainbows and sunshine all day? Why are they so optimistic in life that nothing stands in their way? Do they get angry when people mistake them for oysters? Just think, a little clam skipping through the water, minding its own business when a minnow swims up and yells out, "Hey, hey, oyster!" How awful that must be to feel mistaken so often. It's like personal identity is gone. It isn't there.
That was beautiful.
What are you, some kind of philosopher or something?
Nope, I'm just a little quirky.
Why are you talking to me? You know, I'm busy, ma'am. I need a...
With what? You got a big checkers game coming up, waiting for some buddies to show up so you can kick their asses at Big Buck Hunter?
No.
So they can kick your ass at Big Buck Hunter?
I just so happen to have the top 3 high scores on Sadie's Big Buck game. I bet I could blow you out of the water.
Put that on a resume, Mr. Hotshot. Anyway, I think I can give you a run for your money.
All right, lady, right here, right now. Me and you, Big Buck.
Let's go.
Wait, are you serious?
Scared?
No. It's just...
What happened to, I bet I could blow you out of the water? Ooh, patriarch supremacy? I'm a man, therefore I can beat a random woman at a trivial game? Ooh.
Hey, no, I never said any of that stuff.
Scaredy cat.
Okay, fine. I'll play you at Big Buck Hunter. This is just so juvenile.
Says the grown man with the top 3 high scores.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, what if, because now Michael, we know this guy's an accountant, right? Who sits in a cubicle all day, and who has the top 3 high scores on this video game, right? Which might mean the absolute world to him. Okay, and here comes this neophyte who wants to come and even think that she could possibly beat you in this game. This is your domain, right? This is where you live, and for you, Patricia, I'm looking at you. I don't know if you're there or not. It's when you see that you've got him on the hook. You know, this is a time to just keep going. Just keep going, right? Again, we've only got 12 pages. Whatever you are, be that and more, right? Why do you keep going after this guy? What is that? Why? I mean, is it easy prey? You know, do you smell blood in the water? You know, is that what?
Yeah.
And then, Michael, why don't you leave? What is that? You know, I mean, I don't know. If it's the territorial thing, I mean, you can make a case for that. And I had a teacher once tell me, you are your character's lawyer. You are absolutely, you argue for that character, that person, until the death, right? So you can make a case for why you stay. You can make a case for why you defend, but you have to know that. You have to know the why, so that we see it, right? Because you can't tell us. You just have to do that. So it's funny. It's very funny. But just don't be afraid to launch in, and just see what happens, because it's I think hilarity will ensue. Let's go to, what are you, some kind of philosopher or something? That's page 5. Sorry.
What are you, some kind of philosopher or something?
Nope, I'm just a little quirky.
Why are you talking to me? No, I'm busy, ma'am. I need to...
With what? You got a big checkers game coming up, waiting for some buddies to show up so you can kick their asses at Big Buck Hunter?
No.
So they can kick your ass at Big Buck Hunter.
You know, I just so happen to have the top 3 high scores on the Sadie's Big Buck game. I bet I could blow you out of the water.
Put that on a resume, Mr. Hotshot. Anyway, I think I can give you a run for your money.
All right, lady. Right now, me and you, Big Buck.
Let's go.
Wait, are you serious?
Scared?
No, it's just...
What happened to, I bet I could blow you out of the water? Ooh, patriarch supremacy? I'm a man, therefore I can beat a random woman at a trivial game? Ooh.
Hey, no, I never said any of that stuff.
Scaredy cat.
Okay, fine. Okay. I play you at Big Buck Hunter. This is so juvenile.
Says the grown man with the top 3 high scores.
You see those top scores blinking at the
Thank
screen
you.
all night.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And thank you for diving in. Was there any clarity there as far as what's going on? Like for you in making bolder choices, or at least like letting go?
I think for me, for sure, thinking of him as just easy prey and just having fun, like getting into his head is fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And why not have?
I like less about thinking of her as something I was interested in and more as someone who just disrupted and gained my interest in a way I never expected. So suddenly I didn't know this was about to happen, and now it's happening, and it's my like it definitely suddenly sparked something that I wasn't expecting. So
Right. Awesome. It was great. It was fantastic. Do we have 3 more people who would like to jump in? Ken. Awesome.
And Barbara Henninger had her hand up earlier. Barbara, would you like to go? I'm so good at volunteering people.
Anybody else want to read the bartender?
Chris, I would be happy to. I'm not seeing anybody else raising their hands or type in the
Fantastic.
chat, but I
Fantastic.
will happily read the bartender.
Wonderful. Let's take it from Patricia saying what happened to now. And before we go, what has happened up to this point? Like, where are we in the scene? So we're jumping into the scene, right? So, Patricia, you have what up to this point?
I have put him on the defensive the entire time.
How does that
And
feel?
that's my game.
Uh-huh.
That's how I play.
Uh-huh.
My defense is to be aggressive, and
Okay.
I want to establish myself as quirky. That's why I come up with these speeches about clams.
And why do you think?
That's my belief about myself.
Okay, but why do you think you are on the offensive?
Because I'm in a situation I'm going to be going into that I don't feel very 100% confident about. I'm going on a date. I have no idea who this guy is. I was also with Melissa when I first read it. I thought, doesn't she know that this is probably the guy? But I'm going to go with that stage direction at the end that she doesn't. So this is her way of loosening up and getting ready, because she's going to have to go out and be vulnerable.
Is it all bluster?
In a little bit.
Is it all bluster?
I think she really does think she's quirky.
Okay,
She likes that about herself.
great. Have people told her that?
Probably,
Mm-hmm.
especially when she does monologues about clams. She likes to do that. You have to like to do that to do a speech like that off the top of
Absolutely.
your head.
Absolutely. And do you know where that actually comes from? Happy as a clam?
The phrase?
The phrase,
Me
yeah.
personally?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Or Patricia?
Well, do you personally know?
No, I do not personally know where that phrase comes from.
Okay, all right. I wonder if Patricia knows, and if she's just playing it there too. The actual phrase is "happy as a clam in high tide," which means the clams kind of go out then, so everything's fine, they're safe. So happy as a clam. Maybe she knows and she's just playing. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. I learned something else new today.
And Ken, yes. What has happened so far to you in this scene?
Well, there's this woman who's challenging my ego right and left all the time, but at the same time, she was generous and courteous to me. She bought me a drink,
Mm-hmm.
$8 drink or something. So I can't just blow her off because she's, we have the beginning of a relationship because she treated me to something.
Great.
And I think I'm secretly getting intrigued and attracted by her.
Uh-huh. And is it important that you keep that secret?
Yes, until I can score some points against her.
Okay. All right. And what if what's the worst thing that happens if something like not romantic but like embarrassing pops out?
I walk outdoors and wait for my date outdoors.
Okay. Let's pick it up from what happened to I Bet I Could Blow You Out of the Water, page 6.
Okay. Oh, what happened to I Bet I Could Blow You Out of the Water? Ooh, patriarch supremacy. I'm a man, therefore I could beat a random woman at a trivial game. Ooh.
Hey, now, I never said any of that stuff.
Scaredy cat.
Okay, fine. I'll play you at Big Buck Hunter. This is so juvenile.
Oh, says the grown man with the top high 3 scores.
Hey, see those top scores blinking on the screen? All mine.
P Dizzle 315.
What? Come on, let's just play. Bang, bang, pow, kapoo. All right. Nuts. Oh, dang it. I missed that one. So close. Bang, bang. Where'd he go?
There. Bam. There.
Oh, no,
Bam.
you don't.
Where are you, sucker? Ha! Bang! Ha!
Bang,
ha,
bang, bang,
ha.
pow,
I
pow,
wasted
bang.
Time, Mr. P. Dizzle.
I don't understand.
Top scorer. The real P. Dizzle.
You must have been cheating. There's no way you actually beat me.
Well, too bad it happened. You in the shop?
I don't need anything from you. I'm fine. I want a rematch.
Rematch? You want a rematch? Hell no, bucko. I won this fair and square, and I'm leaving on a high note. And whatever happened to you being busy and not wanting to be bothered, huh?
Well, you're being very distracting. Now, if you please, let's just drop this whole big buck hunter thing. Forget I ever mentioned it.
That's awesome. Let's go back. Let's go back to has either of you played Big Buck Hunter?
Yeah, lots of times.
Have you? Okay.
I have
Oh, no,
seen
not in
these
real
the
life. No,
bar
I'm
where
a
the deer's
character.
heads come across.
Yeah, it's you're actually standing at a thing with a rifle, and there are deer that pop up, and you have to shoot them and before the other person does, and it can get and the fun of that, if you know, is the like shoot, because you're angling this way and that way, so everybody's hitting each other's rifle, and you know it's hilarity ensues. But so it's not a socially distant game, and you're both standing there with rifles. So whatever that does for you, so you're Patrick is Ken. You're pretty comfortable in thinking that you're going to win this game, right? Because you never lose, right? Yeah, and Patricia, is this a game you play all the time?
No,
You're just good.
I think I just threw myself at this.
Yeah.
I'm pushing him over when I hit.
Exactly. And
Patrick is sexist. Sexist. He thinks this is a game for boys. Only males can play this game.
Precisely. And
I have a bigger penis than Patrick.
Definitely.
and then what if instead of the sexist bent, what if for this, there's just no way this person is going to beat me. You know, maybe I don't know that it's all women, but this particular person is not going to beat me. There is just no way. So that when she actually does, and you are stunned, There's nothing that would have told you that she could be good at this game. Nothing, right? And I don't know that it's you are bad. I think she's just good, right? I'd love to see it in a positive light for you, that you're going to win because of who you are, and she's going to lose because of who she is, right? There's no way that she's not going to beat you. There's just no way. You know what I mean?
I also need to catch up or get revenge because she's been teasing me all the time.
Exactly. And this is your domain. Like I said before, this is where you live. This is your spot. How dare she think she can come in here and beat you? There's no way. P Dizzle 315. Come on. Nobody beats P Dizzle 315. Let's go back to what happened to I Bet I Could Blow You Out of the Water. And Patricia, this is a time. This is another time to really go at him. This is that. I've got you, and I know I have you. You're mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where are we starting?
It's on page 6. What happened to I Bet I Could Blow You Out of the Water?
I got it.
Mm-hmm. After I call you scared. Oh, what happened to I Bet I Could Blow You Out of the Water? Ooh, patriarch supremacy. I'm a man, therefore I can beat a random woman at a trivial game. Ooh.
Hey now, I never said any of that stuff.
Scaredy cat.
Okay, fine. I'll play you at Big Buck Hunter. This is so juvenile.
Says the grown man with the top 5 free scores.
See those top scores blinking on the screen? All mine.
P Dizzle 315.
What? Come on, let's just play.
Okay.
Bang, bang. Oh, dang it. Oh, so close. God. Bang, bang. Where'd he go?
There, bam.
Oh, no, you don't.
Where are you, sucker? Bang!
Bang, bang,
I
bang,
beat
bang.
you.
Bang, pow, pow,
Big time,
bang.
Mr. P. Dizzle.
I don't understand.
Top scorer, the real P. Dizzle.
You must have been cheating. There's no way you actually beat me.
Well, too bad it happened. Need another shot?
I don't need anything from you. I'm fine. But I want a rematch.
Rematch? You want a rematch? Hell no, bucko. I won this fair and square, and I'm leaving on a high note. And whatever happened to you being busy and not wanting to be bothered, huh?
Well, you're being very distracting. Now, if you please, let's just drop this whole big buck hunter thing. Forget I ever mentioned it.
You are one depressing barfly.
Thank you, guys.
I'm not depressed, and I'm not a barfly.
Thank you. Great job. Great job. Can we get 3 more people? Jen?
Got lost somehow.
Hey! So we got Jen and
David Mister.
David
We saw
Mister?
the hand.
And I might need a bartender. I don't know if the bartender comes in here. Yes. Who wants to do the bartender?
Rebecca Brownson.
Fantastic. Yay. Let's take it from haha, I beat you big time, Mr. P. Dizzle on page 7. And so, as before, what has happened to you up to this point? Patrick.
I've just been humiliated at a thing that I think I'm good at, and it's possibly one of the few things that I think I'm good at in the world.
So where are you? Like this psychically?
Yeah. Like you know, my coat is on, and I'm out of here.
Okay.
Mentally. I'm waiting for. I might have been waiting for somebody, but I don't know that it's still worth it at this point.
Life is over.
Life is over. Like,
okay.
What's the point?
All right. Okay. Patricia, how are you feeling?
I feel good.
Why do you feel so good?
Well, because, going off of what Barbara said, you know, I didn't realize I was going to be so good. And I surprised myself that I am good at this game, and I beat this guy.
And why was it so fun to beat that guy?
Because he was my victim from the beginning.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He was my target. And sorry, mister, I love you.
And I'm a big buck that you took down.
Yeah, so I think it was she needed to me, I think she needed some fun. She came in, she's like, I don't know, let's make something happen here. And it was happening, and she had the powers kind of in her hands right now.
Great. And what do you think she's going to do with it? And why?
So I haven't read the rest of the script. So I don't know yet.
Okay. Well, we'll read it once and we'll find out. And have you read it, David?
No, I have been ridiculously busy today. So Jen and I are in the same boat.
Fantastic. Then let's have a cold read.
Amazing.
And why don't we, as we're doing that, let's just read it out loud with nothing in mind until. So we'll start with, aha, beat you big time, and then we'll go to. On page 9, you know, I'm no relationship expert, but I think that woman's into you. On page 9. So let's just read it. Just read it for the words. Nothing else. We're just reading words right now. Okay, so this kind of jumps into a cold reading, making choices, and which we all have to do sometimes. So let's just start and see where we go.
Bang! Ha ha! I beat you big time, Mr. P. Dizzle.
I don't understand.
Top score, the real P. Dizzle.
You must have been cheating. There's no way you actually beat me.
Well, too bad it happened. Need another shot?
I don't need anything from you. I'm fine. I want a rematch.
Rematch? You want a rematch? Hell no, bucko. I won this fair and square, and I'm leaving on a high note. And whatever happened to you being busy and not wanting to be bothered, huh?
Well, you're being very distracting. Now, if you please, let's just drop this whole big buck hunter thing. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Or one depressing barfly.
I'm not depressed, and I'm not a barfly. In fact, I have a meeting with somebody here soon.
Business meeting?
Well, not exactly, just a meeting.
Well, I'm meeting someone here too.
Have fun with that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to prepare for my meeting.
Good luck.
Can I get you anything else, sir?
No, thank you. I'll wait until my friend shows up.
How about you, ma'am?
Bourbon on the rocks, please.
Sounds good.
Where's the bathroom at?
Oh, just down the hallway past the big buck hunter over there.
Thanks.
You know, I'm no relationship expert, but I think that woman's into you.
Good, thanks. Now, this this man has been, as we've seen, deflated beyond, and all he needs is a cat, has been deflated beyond any deflation, right? He's come in from the start, like from the start of the script, he was kind of hopeful maybe, but nervous because it's the date thing, and it's you know, I don't know, not sure how he feels about that. And then this woman comes in and does all these things and winds him up, and then goes down, and now he's Patricia, when you see him so deflated like that, is there a possibility that you might actually sincerely feel a bit of, oh, why did maybe I've gone too far? You know, maybe just a little, you know, I don't know. I mean, and again, that's up to you to decide, but I'd love to see what happened if, you know, through no fault of his own, he elicits some kind of, it's kind of pity from you, you know, some kind of, oh well, you know, whatever that is. I'm not sure what that is. And now he's got a meeting. Why do you even say that to her? Is that just is that a slip of the tongue for you, or is that?
I think he's trying to salvage the why was I sitting in the bar to begin with.
Okay.
Right. It's like, well, you might have beat me at this thing, but I'm not a lonely, horrible barfly. I have a purpose for being here.
I like that. That's fantastic. Yes. Wonderful. And that's fun to play. Yeah. And so what does that do to you, Patricia? You know, this lonely thing has a meeting. The hell?
Well, what I was thinking is that she asks if it's a business meeting to see if it isn't something else.
Right. All right. Good.
So.
All right. And whatever it is you're picking, whatever that choice is, go for it. Make it, I hate to say this, but make it obvious. Right? We're in a bar. Everything's obvious. So let's go to where we were before. That was what, page 7, right? Do we start on 7? Hi, beat you big time? Is that what we did? Okay. Yeah. Okay, great.
Bang! I beat you big time, Mr. P. Dizzle.
I'm sorry. That was fantastic. And bartender, Rebecca, I would have, yeah, because you've been watching this, right? You've been watching this happen. And what is it? Who has won this battle, and how do you feel about that? Because you know these. I'm thinking if this guy comes in every once in a while, is he a good tipper? I don't know. And is it fun to watch this guy lose? This guy who always wins this game. Is it fun is this woman interesting? Because you get to talk to both of them, and I'd love to see how you feel about both of them, like what your feeling is about everything you've just witnessed, and you have
I
an
think
opportunity.
Rebecca froze.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Don't.
That or her statue is killer.
She's been having technical difficulties. I saw something on Facebook. So
Okay. All right. Should we give Rebecca like a minute or two to come back in, and then good work, guys. Thank you for jumping in. This is a lot of fun. It's not always easy to just jump in and make bold choices right off the bat. We all kind of want to ease in, and I totally get that. I love that too. But sometimes we just don't have the time. Like in rehearsal periods and stuff, we just don't have the time. That's why being able to read a script and start asking yourself these questions. Why am I still here? Why, if this woman is goading me, why don't I just get the hell up and leave? Why do I say this thing to her? What might be going on inside of me that makes me stay here? And it allows for a whole world of things, right? There's a million ways to say I love you, and each one of them is totally different. And you want something different with each way you say it. And so, we have the script, we have words, but words are simply like driving your car, right? If you drive angry, you might get pulled over. If you drive sweetly, you might get to where you're going safely. And it's just like a script. I can say something awful, or I can say something nice, or whatever. Anyway, that's the whole why thing, which helps with the how. So we lost.
yeah, she's still having technical difficulties. So I'd say just choose a bartender.
Great. Catherine Class, do you want to read the bartender?
You're on mute, Catherine.
I am. Hello.
Yay. Hi.
Yay. Hi.
And so, like I was saying, you've watched this thing take place, right? You've been there from the beginning. And I'd love to see how you felt about both of these people when you get to talk to them, right? Okay.
Okay, which page are we on?
We are starting with page 7. And
Okay.
yeah, and then going through to page 9 with your line, I'm no relationship expert, but I think.
Okay.
And whenever you guys are ready.
Bang! I beat this big time, Mr. P. Dizzle.
I don't understand.
Top scorer, the real P. Dizzle.
You must have been cheating. There's no way you actually beat me.
Well, too bad it happened. Need another shot?
I don't need anything from you. I'm fine. I want a rematch.
Rematch? You want a rematch? Hell no, bucko. I won this fair and square, and I'm leaving on a high note. Whatever happened to being busy and not wanting to be bothered, huh?
Well, you're being very distracting. Now, if you please, let's just drop this whole big buck hunter thing. Forget I ever mentioned it.
You are one depressing barfly.
I'm not depressed, and I'm not a barfly. In fact, I have a meeting with somebody here soon.
Business meeting?
Well, no, not exactly, just a meeting.
Well, I'm meeting someone here too.
Have fun with that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to prepare for my meeting.
Good luck.
Can I get you anything else, sir?
No, thank you. I'll wait until my friend shows up.
How about you, ma'am?
Bourbon on the rocks, please.
Sounds good.
Where's the bathroom at?
Just down the hallway past Big Book Hunter over there.
Thanks.
You know, I'm no relationship expert, but I think the woman's into you.
What?
I see all the signs. She gave you a shot. She's teasing you a lot. You played Big Book Hunter and fought. That's about all I got.
I am not that interested in her, really. In fact, I've got a date meeting me here.
Is she a 10 out of 10?
Well, actually, I've never seen her face. We kind of met on this date chatting website, and I was...
Are you stuck in the 90s or what?
No, I just really like the whole anonymous format of date chatting. But beauty comes truly from people's personalities. The physical beauty is just a plus.
Whatever you say, man.
What's your dating life like?
I'm cruising. My dating life's on fire these days, actually.
All right, my web browser keeps freezing. Nice. What's her name?
Just a sec. There's Jennifer, Hannah, Kristen, Julia. Check them out.
Tinder? You're saying your dating life is on fire because you have 4 matches on Tinder?
Hey, I like them. They like me. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with having options?
Nothing. It's just, I don't know. Never mind me. You're the one who for sure is matched with 4 beautiful women, and I'm sitting here alone at a bar waiting for a date who's 10 minutes late.
Want some advice?
No.
Go out with that girl instead.
You are out of your mind, buddy. Hey, I'm gonna go use the restroom. If you see a woman walk in who looks like she could be my date, sit her down next to me.
You got it.
Good job. Great job. Now, so bartender, this is the sweet spot here.
Okay.
Now, have you ever attended bar?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You ever waited tables?
No.
Okay. Retail.
Yes.
Yes. So the the desire for you to embed yourself in someone's life in these 10 minutes is high, right?
Okay,
It
yeah.
means tips. It means there's a whole lot of return value that happens when you get to saddle up to somebody, right? And it's really odd when the bartender, not really odd, but it doesn't always happen that the bartender gets to show you something of their life, right? It's usually the drunk guy spilling the beans to the bartender. This time the bartender actually gets to like brag. Yeah, look what I got. You know what I mean? This is, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like she's all about it. Like she is absolutely all about it. And she is in, I would say she's in control of this moment because she has the liquor. She is expected to be the buddy. She is, we look to her for wisdom. Like it's that odd kind of, you're our priestess in the bar, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Tell you anything, right? And you know that. I would say use that if you can. You have the the opportunity to really be in charge of this moment.
Okay.
Because again, it's all your choice, but it's the, it's the playwright gives it to you, right? He absolutely gives you that purpose, and I say go with it, like have a ball,
Okay.
have a ball.
Okay.
And Patrick, there's maybe that point of I don't think the solution, but you know that this person behind the bar has seen everything, and I don't know how proud of a man you are, how proud of a man Patrick is, but there's a sinking feeling when when somebody watches you fail, and how does that inform your conversation with the bartender? Let's, I don't know where that takes you, but let's just see.
Okay.
So let's go from, I'm no relationship expert, but I think that woman's into you, on page 9.
Okay. Okay. I'm no relationship expert, but I think that woman's into you.
What?
I see all the signs. She gave you a shot. She's teasing you a lot. You played Big Buck Hunter and fought. That's about all I got.
I'm not that interested in her, really. In fact, I've got a date meeting me here.
Is she a 10 out of 10?
Well, actually, I've never seen her face. We kind of met on this date chatting website, and well.
Dude, are you stuck in the 90s or what?
No, I really like the whole anonymous format of date chatting. Beauty comes truly from people's personalities. The physical beauty is just a plus.
Whatever you say. Okay. Whatever you say,
What's
man.
your dating life like?
I'm cruising. My dating life's on fire these days.
Yeah. What's her name?
Just a sec. Jennifer, Hannah, Kristen, Julia. Check them out.
Tinder. You're saying your dating life is on fire because you have 4 matches on Tinder?
Hey, I like them. They like me. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with having options?
Nothing. It's just, I don't know. Never mind me. You're the one who for sure is matched with 4 beautiful women, and I'm sitting here alone at a bar waiting for a date who's 10 minutes late.
Want some advice?
No.
Go out with that girl instead.
You're out of your mind, buddy. Hey, I'm going to go use the restroom. If you see a woman walk in who looks like she could be my date, sit her down next to me.
You got it.
Great job. Great job. Thank you, guys. How did that, did that inform you, as far as what you wanted and how to attack it?
Yeah, I mean, there's it's kind of 2 different competing cat issues. No, it's 2 different competing impulses, right? One is this person just watched me fall very far, and I'm trying to claw back something of that. And the other is, all right, you've seen everything. Give me some advice. Oh my God, your advice is horrible.
Exactly. Precisely. And yet you're the customer.
Right.
And yet, but yes, you have fallen quite a few pegs.
Yeah.
In his eyes. And, and his eyes mean something to you.
Yeah.
And or her eyes, sorry. And 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 I think having tended bar, there's really no greater kind of moment than to watch the doofus fall, you know. So it's kind of, but bartenders are very good at, like, not, you know, you don't show that. That's all inside, you know. That's because you're still going for a tip, and he's still going to come back, you know, in 2 days. So you know, you got to be. But there's just something nice about that. Do we have 3 more people who want to jump in?
Let's see, Rebecca, are you back again? Would you like to sub back in again?
I'll give it a try, but my Wi-Fi keeps on crapping out on me. Something about the default something or other. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll give you a shot. We'll have a standby for you. Hey, Steve Knight, are you still here? All right. Who else do we have?
I am here. I am here, but it's actually always a little sketchy trying to do it through the web browser interface. It ends up not being terribly reliable.
All right. Well, do you feel like? Well, we'll see. Who else?
I'll tackle it.
Yeah,
sure.
great, perfect. We'd love to have you roll the dice. Who else?
I'm happy to read Steve.
All right.
Awesome. So Rebecca, do you want to do? Would you like to do Patricia?
Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
What page are we on now?
We're on page 10.
Okay.
And she just comes back in at the bottom of the page.
All
right. Sarah, would you read the bartender?
Sure.
Fantastic. And Steve, you'll read Patrick? Fantastic.
You got it.
Thank you. So let's talk about what has happened up to this point, so we know where we're starting from. So what's happened to Patrick up to this point?
He's been shot down, and literally, almost literally, yeah. And he's licking his wounds a bit, and trying to kind of crawl back to some semblance of self-respect in the interaction with the bartender.
Okay, all right. And what are we thinking about Patricia?
Well, Patricia's, you know, she came in ready to roll. Her date still hasn't shown up. She kind of got interested in this guy, but not sure where that's going.
So, so the had the encounter with the big buck hunter, and you beat him, and his tail's between his legs, and I don't know if that gives you some, I don't know, some, the reason is the reason you go to the bathroom because you have to go to the bathroom, or is the reason you go to the bathroom because you have to compose yourself and figure out who you are again? And again, I don't know the answer to that. I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, if she's my age, she had to go to the bathroom.
My age too. Yeah. All right. And Steve, where are you with this woman now?
Well, I haven't left, and I haven't overtly scared her off, so I'm intrigued, but also trying to come to grips with the fact that she beat me in my domain.
Right. And how does that make you feel about having to have a date now? Like, after all of this, you have to go have a date.
There's a mix. One, relief, It's like, thank God, because the woman who's my date can't possibly be as bad.
I love that. I love
Right?
that.
You
You're
know,
absolutely right.
She's going to be the escape. She's going to be the one who is going to make me feel better about myself.
Right. I'll beat her in air hockey.
Yeah, right.
I sort of get the impression that this woman has a history of beating her little brother at almost everything.
And probably her big brother too.
And so she might be at this point feeling a little sympathy for him.
I love that. And why is that?
Well, because she grew up with, you know, having to rebuild them up after she defeated them.
Okay. All right. Break them down so you can build it back up again.
Yep.
But you had time with your brothers.
Yeah. With
this guy, you know, you could leave him in tatters and you'd never know. Right? You'd never know what happened. There might be some of that for you. Absolutely. There might be some of that. I got to get back in here. I got to fix this. I don't know.
Yeah.
You have a date too, though, right?
Yeah.
So you're meeting someone as well.
Yeah.
And was all of this a ramp up for you for your date? Or, I mean, what was all of this?
I don't know. I haven't figured that out.
Yeah, that's fine. But, you know, those are the things that, you know, I would love to. I don't need to know, but you do at some point.
Yeah, I think, well, blind dates are hard.
Mm.
You gotta get your courage up for them. And I think there's some of that there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely something playful about her personality too. And she's, you know, wanting to have a good time.
Right. Right. And this guy's just maybe not as tough as one of her brothers.
Yeah.
You know, who knew?
My brothers had to be tough.
Exactly. You made them that way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So let's take it from Patricia comes in with, I don't understand automatic hand dryers.
Don't understand automatic hand dryers. They are so loud and obnoxious. I know we're talking about being green and paper pollution and all that, but what about noise pollution? I could lose my hearing someday because of those things. Hey, maybe you could kill 2 pollutions with 1 stone and switch to a hand towel. Hand towels are great. And so many colors to choose from. I'd say a nice burgundy would go really well with that wallpaper you guys got in there. It's a comforting color, especially to the drunk mind. It's also just really fun to say out loud. Burgundy. Burgundy. Bourgeoisie. Archipelago. Squeegee. Oh, sorry, I skipped a line. It's the bifocals. Rolls right off the tongue, kind of like the word squeegee, or archipelago, or bourgeoisie. Bourgeoisie, archipelago, squeegee. That's so fun. Oh, but anyway, yeah, you should get a bourgeoisie colored hand towel in the bathroom.
What?
A burgundy bourgeois a burgundy hand towel. English is hard.
You're funny.
Hello?
Yes, is this Patricia O'Neilly from the dating site?
Yeah, yes. Is this Patrick?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, well, looks like I've got a date with a buck hunter tonight.
I suddenly like you 10 times more than I did a minute ago.
We'll
I'll
see
still
about
kick your
that.
ass at Big Buck, though.
Oh, we'll see about that. So, I guess that shot's on you tonight.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Great, great. Let's go back. Uh, I love the hand dryer thing. And there she goes again, right? As the happy as a clam speech.
Mhm.
Who's she talking to?
Air.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't know if it's nerves. I don't know. I don't know if it's because that's what she does all the time. But find out for make a choice for yourself. Why the rants, and how the rants? Like, how do they come up? Do they take her by surprise that she just keeps talking? I have to admit to all of you that happens to me quite often. I find that I have been talking for 5 minutes and I don't know why, but then I just have to. I'm sorry, and I don't know if that's her thing, but maybe that I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it seems she seems to get on a roll, and I don't know if that informs you of anything or not. I don't know. Think about that for a second, and how is there a shock and awe for you, Patrick, that this is actually the woman? Is it a there's got to be a something in there that we've been through all of this. Now, people in the audience, I don't know if they would have been ahead of you and gone, that's probably the girl. I don't know. I doubt it. So that moment for yourself, make a choice of, I'm relieved that it's her. I don't have to go through this with somebody else, or I'm shocked, I'm appalled and really turned on. I'm shocked and appalled that I'm really turned on. I don't know what that is, but that moment has to be there. Has to be imbued with something. Just a clear one. Make a choice and go with it. Doesn't matter what it is. And then at the end, we're all laughs and giggles, and that's just fun. And let's just give it another go. We were on page.
From the hand dryers?
Yeah, from the hand dryers.
10. I don't understand automatic hand dryers. They are so loud and obnoxious. I know we're talking about being green and paper pollution and all that, but what about noise pollution? I could lose my hearing someday because of those things. Hey, maybe you could kill 2 pollutions with 1 stone and switch to a hand towel. Hand towels are great, and so many colors to choose from. I'd say a nice burgundy would go really well with that wallpaper that you guys got in there. Oh, it's a comforting color, especially to the drunk mind. It's also just really a fun word to say out loud. Burgundy. Rolls right off the tongue, kind of like the word squeegee, or archipelago, or bourgeoisie. Bourgeoisie, archipelago, squeegee. Oh, that was so fun. But anyway, yeah, you should get a bourgeoisie colored hand towel in those bathrooms.
What?
Burgundy, bourgeois, a burgundy hand towel. English is hard.
You're funny.
Oh, hello?
Yes, this is Patricia O'Neilly from the dating site.
Yes, it is. Is this Patrick?
Yes. Yeah, yes, it is.
Well, looks like I've got a date with a buck hunter tonight.
I suddenly like you 10 times more than I did a minute ago. I'll still kick your ass at Big Buck, though.
We'll see about that. So, I guess that shot's on you tonight.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Great job. Fantastic job. Now, we went through this thing with kind of a fine-tooth comb, which was fantastic. And these are all questions and things that you can ask yourselves when you're reading the script. You know, like the third time through, ask yourself what if, because it seems like, you know, it's like I said, it's on the nose. It's you know, it's this, then that, then this, and then okay, it ends up like that. Okay, but within that, there's always the where have I come from? What am I doing here? Why am I staying? Who am I talking to? What do I feel about who I'm talking to? Why is it that I say anything that I say? If you can answer why for absolutely everything you do, you are gold. You are, because the how will come out of that. Like I said, you'll have 1,000 million different hows. And the nice thing about doing a lot of work before you get into rehearsal is that you bring in these choices, and if you ask yourself why and not just how, you set yourself up for a director going, I need something else here. And because you haven't just come in with, this is how I'm going to do this, you've come in with, this is why I'm doing this, you can change the how at a moment's notice. I don't know if that's clear at all, but there's like these levels to what we do and why we do them. And for me personally, why is up here, and everything else kind of trickles down from there. If I maintain my own why, then I have an artistic integrity, right? I've still created this thing, this person that can come in and walk through life on this stage. Somebody else can tell me how, like they need a different how. That's fine. The why is all mine. And so everything that I do comes out of what I've drawn from this script and all the whys that I've come up with that are I can support in the script. Remember, you are the lawyer for your person, and you can argue the why, and you want to be able to argue the why. The how is totally up to the director, right? Because the director has to put it all together and has to tell the story, but the why is all you. And does anybody have any questions? I'm sorry, I'm just kind of talking now.
I want to relate an experience I had very early on in my acting career. And I was in a leading role, and the man I was playing opposite, opening night, a friend of his came to the show and pulled him aside after the show and said, "You're doing it all wrong."
Oh.
And the next night we went on, he did everything differently than he had been doing in weeks of rehearsals, which meant that I had to change how I reacted to everything he said and did. And it should have been the director that controlled that. You know, I don't know, but yeah, that was a really educational experience.
Well, and I'm so sorry about that. That should never have happened. And there's a point of professional pride that we've created this thing, right? And so for opening night, that's the thing we do. And because this is a team, you can't let down your teammates like that. I'm so sorry that happened to you. And that's the stage manager. If that happens, because the director by opening is gone, right? So
Right. Yeah.
The stage manager is the person then you go to, and they should take care of that. That they should not allow for that to happen. When you went back the night after, was he still that new thing?
It was actually a huge improvement, but it still meant that I had to change, and so, it elevated the
Mm-hmm.
I think Becky froze again.
Yeah, but yeah, that's an awful thing to do to anyone. Don't. Oh, that's awful. That's awful.
My question to her would be, did he change the how or the why? Or both?
Sounds like he changed everything. That's just awful. Oh my God. I can't imagine.
We can have Becky, if she doesn't come back before we leave, we'll have her fill us in on Facebook.
She'll get her own one-man interview. It'll be good.
Does anyone else have any
questions?
Yeah.
So is Patrick really as fragile a person as we make him out to be? I mean, she bought him a drink and then immediately started insulting him right and left about his entire life. So he can't be that fragile because he's stuck around.
Correct. And that was my question at the beginning. Why does he stay? If he's being so goaded and and if this bar has anything more than 5 seats, move down, move away. But he never does. So what does that say about him? That does say maybe he does have some courage, right? Or maybe maybe he's too scared to leave. Maybe he doesn't like the way that would look. I don't know. These are great questions, though, and things that you could do 1,000 different ways and see which ones stick. But that's a great question.
We do have a question
One
in
thing-
the comments. Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, I'll dive in. One thing that flummoxed me a little bit reading through it earlier was right from the start why neither one of them has any inkling that the other one might be their date. Because the handful of times that I've been in a similar kind of situation, there's like radar out for, okay, who here might be the person that I'm meeting, and are you, so and so. So, not that there's any specific answer to that, but that set up things a little oddly for me when I was reading through the rest of it.
Yeah, I mean, is it that she looks too good for me? Is it that he looks too nerdy for me? Is it like, what is the, no, it couldn't possibly be. Whatever that is. Maybe he doesn't want to punch up. I don't know. But that's a great question because you're right. You have the radar, especially if the other person's by themselves. But then what she does puts him off. I think the drink. Here's a drink. I think that's a total curveball. You know what I mean? So even if he might have thought it was her, why would this? You know what I mean? Like if she's waiting for me.
But then the other question is for her is what makes her, when she's going to be meeting somebody and she thinks this guy isn't it, why does she buy a drink when that's the meeting, for another guy when that's the meeting time?
Yes, and we asked that right at the top.
Yeah.
And it's like,
exactly.
Who knows? What is it? Is it Dutch courage? You know, does she need to ramp up for this thing? Has she done this before? I don't know. Is the blind date thing anything what she wants to do? I don't know. You know, but fun things to play with, and you come into that first rehearsal with, this is how I think. This is why I think this is, well, you know, and then let's shape it, you know. But coming in with a point of view puts you days ahead in a rehearsal process. You know, coming in with at least thoughts about why this and why that will just gives yourself an edge that allows you then to be sculpted and molded, because you have an idea, and you can reshape that idea to go with the rest of the cast, to go with the director, to go, you know, so that we're all putting together this cohesive product. Because directors love when you come in with an idea, with a point of view, because they'd rather go yes and no than pull teeth. They'd rather go, yes, do that here, you know, use this somewhere else, than I need something, you know what I mean? And this is all the work that we can do on our couches for the weeks before rehearsal, you know.
So for you, how much of that for you ends up actually feeding right into actually scoring the script? Or do you even?
Yes, and the way it is for me, I write why at the top of every page. When I was in grad school, my last year teacher pulled me over, and he said, "Christopher, you are a facile actor." And I said, "Thank you." He said, "Yeah, I thought it was a compliment too when somebody told me that." And what he meant was, I had this bag of tricks, but it was none of it was true. There was no why. He said, for the next, I don't care how long it takes, I'm going to say why after everything you say. And he did. It was about a month of why. And so I write why at the top of every page, because he instilled in me that it is that important, because what we're trying to do, right, is lie. And we're lying truthfully. We have to believe the lie that we're telling. So if you can figure out why it is that you're saying what you're saying at every moment, then you're on your way, at least, to crafting a person, someone who is actually living up on that stage. And the scoring for me is a bunch of arrows pointing to different answers. Have you ever read the book Backwards and Forwards by David Ball? It's a fantastic study of Hamlet. It goes Hamlet from the end to the beginning, and everything leads back. Why he does what he does is all stated before, right? And it's a fantastic study in that. But that's the way I approach it. Like, I want to be able to draw a line and go, this is why this happens for me. This is why I do this. And then I can argue that, you know, again, the how, you can tell me how you want that, but I have to have the why for me come from me, because I have to do it every night, right? So I got to figure out what that is. Yeah.
We do have a question here, so I'll get back to Eileen's question. Eileen, do you want to just take the floor and ask your question?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Eileen. I don't know any of you, but hello.
Hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me. So I am currently working on a monologue, and basically it's like, how do you apply these techniques to monologues? Because I know, like, I've read the play that it's from and everything. I don't know. I guess it's just like, I don't know. I was trying to like find, why am I doing it? And then why don't I, because it's basically, the scene is like, or the monologue is me basically about to leave my partner, even though she could just leave. So I'm kind of like, why is she even saying anything? And why is she saying this whole thing when she's been tired already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm just struggling with that.
I get it. The a monologue is its own performance, right? It stands outside for an audition, not in the play, but for an audition, it stands outside the auspices of the play. You're taking this speech, and now you're creating this whole new world for this audition. So the world is your oyster when it comes to that. You can pick whatever reason you think, right? They're not looking at you going, that's not the way I remember it in the show. This is this moment and this actor speaking these lines, right? So the door is wide open for you to walk through it with, I need to say this to this person. Is it you need to get it off your chest? Is it he was or she was such an idiot that I need to say this? I can't leave without saying this. Whatever choice you're going to make, I would say make one and try it. It's like throwing pasta against the wall. If it sticks, we call it art, right? So make one and try it. And if it doesn't work, like do it for someone. Do your monologue for someone so that they can watch. And so that they, did that work? And if not, try something else. The only bad choice is the one we don't make. So there's only good and better. So try something and then see what kind of feedback you can get. And then if it's good feedback, and if it's the feedback you think that you're giving off, then maybe you hit something. If it's not, try something else. The worst thing that can ever happen is that someone says, no, that didn't work. So then you go back and you try something else. And talent, in my estimation, is the depth of our choices. The depth of our choices comes from working and imagining and trying new things and keep trying and trying and trying. There is no limit to your imagination. There's no limit to your choices. So I totally get trying to come up with reasons for monologues. It's just the most awful thing. But just try anything, And I'm not trying to push you off and say just try anything. No, but you have you've read the play. You know what the moment is about. Make it another moment for yourself. Take it outside of the play. Make that person you're talking to someone who is more in your life now, or not in the same way. Maybe you're giving advice. Whatever it is, take it out of the realm of that monologue. Do something else with it. Put it in soup. Stir it up. Say it another way. See what happens. When is your audition?
Oh, it's just something I'm working on because I'm in several classes for the summer, so there's not like one specific thing it's for. It's just gotta keep studying things.
Awesome. No, that's fantastic. Then try go as outside of the box as you possibly can. Nothing may work, but maybe one little thing will, right? One little hook, and then that may lead you to another thing. Just keep trying. I don't envy you because I know what this work is. It's slog work sometimes, but it can be really fun too to take what you think you know and make it something completely different.
Cool. Thank you.
Doreen, you've got a hand up.
Yeah, hi. So I had a question. I have to confess, in addition to being an ensemble actor, I am a director.
Awesome.
And I've been really interested in hearing when you've been saying the actor says this and the director does this, especially because you say that the director is how and the actor is why. I would have said it's the other way around.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I'm curious to hear you talk more about that, because maybe it's just the way that I direct, but I like to say, this is what the character's motivation is at this point in time. This is what they're doing. This is why they're doing it. This is their relationship to everybody else. Now show me how you're going to play it. And I absolutely agree. I love it when actors come in with choices.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. And then I can say, yes, more of that, no less of that. Absolutely, make the choice. But in terms of, yeah, for me, it's more like I'll tell you the why, and then you do it. So I'm really would love to hear you talk more about that.
That's great. I mean, for the most part, the directors that I've worked with are, and just by their very nature of their job, are result oriented, right? They're putting together a product. I'm saying they as in like, you know, us and them. It's not that. You're putting together a product. You're putting together a cohesive thing that needs to tell a story. And because of that, you're looking at the entire bubble of this play, right? And because it needs to work in a certain way, it needs to work at a certain speed, it needs to move here and move there, and it's when I'm directing, I'm very not as much concentrated on what or why each person does what they do, but that I understand what they're doing, and they're doing what I think they should be doing to tell the story that I'm trying to tell. You know what I mean? So that's when I say the director is concerned with the how. It's because the how is more result, and the why is completely cerebral. And as far as the way I look at it, and doesn't need to be shared. Like nobody ever needs to know why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, it's enough for me to know, so that, like I said before, I can call that up and be able to reproduce that every night because it came from me. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. I don't know if what do you think?
Well, I mean, in some ways that makes sense, because at the end of the day, if somebody is playing the scene the way that I want it played, that's all I care about.
Right.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
no matter
totally.
how they got there, if they got there because I told them my vision of why they're doing it, and they said I agree with that, or if they came up with their own completely convoluted set of reasons why they're doing it, as long as they're playing it the way I want it played, then I'm happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your job.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's interesting, because I spend a lot of time talking about why, and maybe I shouldn't, but yeah, it is interesting. Yeah.
But I mean, if you're helping your actors like that, and they're like, cool, then, and if it's working for you, you know,
yeah,
do you. That's awesome. You know, I've worked with like directors who are also actors, and they talk to you completely differently than directors who are not actors. You know, a director who is also an actor wants to talk to you about motivation, and I'm into that. That's cool. But there are plenty who just go right. No more right. Yeah. There. You know, that's you know, that's fine too, because the rest of the work is mine anyway. Like, you know, I have to do that other stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. It's nice to meet you, Doreen.
Nice to meet you. Thanks.
I think we will take one more question and then we'll call it a night. Is there anyone have a final question? I have one up my sleeve if we going once, going twice. All right. Well, Chris, my question to you is, we had some people who came tonight with prepared stuff and some folks that came through with a cold read. When you get a script for the first time, do you like to go chunk by chunk and analyze, or do you like to go cold read and see what falls out and then go back chunk by chunk?
Is it, are they giving me scenes, or are they giving me a whole play?
We will say like tonight. So
Like
this is a full, this is kind of whole play.
Definitely read your whole thing. Absolutely read the whole thing, because you don't know what they're going to give you to read. If they're calling you, if it's a callback, you don't know what they're going to give you. If they haven't given you sides, they're giving you the whole play, you better know the whole thing. At least you know what's happening. You know, if they give it to you the night before, you do your best. If they give it to you 3 weeks in advance, you really do your best to know exactly what's going on and make some choices about how to play this moment and how not to play this moment. I have tons of stories of actors in many different places who have gone into auditions, a callback after having the stuff for a while and not having done any of the work, and directors getting just mad at them because how dare you waste my time? So if they're giving you sides, memorize them and make choices. If they're giving you an entire script, be really familiar with it and make choices, but don't worry about the memorization. Sides, always memorize them. In my experience.
All right. Well, thank you everyone again for coming. We will have more events planned. Please stay tuned on our eStudio Facebook page. If you have not joined there, we'll post all of our events and upcoming stuff there. Thank you again, Chris. Wonderful job leading us through this. Thank you to everyone who participated and read. You were all terrific. And we will see you again, hopefully. Thank you, everyone.
Are you cold, Algernon?
No,